When you hear the word elephant, you probably think of a dumb flying elephant from an old Disney movie. Unfortunately, elephants are unable to fly, but I'm here to tell you about what makes them so special. It's always important to be informed on the many different kinds of animals because there are so many of them and so much to know. For example, elephants are one of the smartest animals in the world. So I'll be telling you about how they are able to understand the human body language, have a great memory, and are able to use tools to their advantage. If you have a pet dog or cat, you know that if you point in a certain direction or tap a certain surface, they will go in that direction. So, could other wild animals do the same? First, I'll explain what kind of body language it is elephants can recognize and how it is they can recognize it. According to the October 10th, 2013 issue of the New York Times, in a study conducted by Dr. Byron and his student, Mrs. Smet, 7 out of 11 elephants were able to understand pointing. Miss Smet was standing in front of 2 identical containers with one filled with fruit. When pointing to the one with fruit, 67.5% of the elephants were able to understand each time. That is just a little less than what a 1-year-old human baby can understand. Phyllis Lee, a psychology professor at the University of Stirling, claims that it is not unexpected that elephants are able to understand this gesture because of the physical cues that they understand from other wild animals. He believes that they are able to understand pointing because it looks like a elephant trunk signaling to go in that direction. So it is seen that elephants are most likely able to understand pointing because of the resemblance of the human arm and an elephant's trunk. Have you ever heard the expression, elephants never forget? Elephants are one of the mammals with the hugest brain, and with that brain, they have great memory. For reference, this is an elephant's brain. This is a human's brain. There is clearly a huge difference in size. I will explain how good their memory is and how it helps them on a day-to-day basis. There was an MRI study done in 2005 which showed that 0.7% of an elephant's brain is dedicated to memory function. Most humans have excellent brain memory, but only 0.5% of our brains are dedicated to the exact same function. They are able to remember everyone that is traveling in their herd, and that is usually up to 30 elephants at the same time. A psychologist, Dr. Byron, and other researchers from the University of St. Andrews in 2007 realized that elephants don't recognize certain things from other elephants that are not in their herd. They put urine samples in front of one female elephant. When traveling, she recognized every single one of them except for one. She realized it was an elephant not a part of their herd. In 1999, at the Elephant Sanctuary in Tennessee, Carol Buckley witnessed Jenny and Shirley, 2 elephants, meeting for the first time. When they saw each other, they both got anxious until they started examining each other's trunks and started looking at scars on their trunks. After doing a little bit of research, Buckley realized that they had actually met 23 years before. They have such excellent memories that they remember an elephant they shared a small moment with over 2 decades ago. Elephants have amazing memories which help them know who is a part of their herd and who is a stranger. So, what else can elephants do? Elephants are able to use specific tools to help themselves out. We will talk about 2 different tools that they are able to use in their struggles. In 2010, a video was released from a zoo of a 7-year-old Asian elephant that walked over to a large box and grabbed it to use it to his advantage to grab a fruit. He was struggling to reach a fruit from a high distance on a tree, and he saw a box, walked over it, brought it to the same location of the tree, stood on it, and wrapped his trunk around the fruit. He had never used a box like that, and without even any practice, he was able to use it to his advantage and help him. He later learned how to stack boxes on top of one another to reach other things. A team of researchers placed sticks and cubes in front of another elephant, and days went by where he was unable to use them to his advantage. He had no idea what to do with them because he had never seen them before. Those few days passed, and then he realized that he could position to them to reach different objects from different distances that he couldn't reach himself. Elephants use objects to their advantage even without knowing what they are or how they can use them. So many people don't realize how smart and special elephants truly are. I mean, elephants have great memory, are able to understand body language almost 100% of the time, and are able to use tools to their advantage which they have never even seen before. So there's still a lot more to know about elephants. So for that, you can go to savetheelephants.org, globalelephants.org, to get some more information.